in my wrist. That's a freezer. Give me assist. Give me teamwork. Keep it consistent. Go the distance.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving. Trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my feng shui. Now it's like worth for 10K all cause it is pen gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights. Hop straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head downstairs to be like, see the car going ahead to be like. So I step downstairs to be like, ooh yeah. See the car going ahead to be like, ooh yeah. Crazed and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is.
But hey, what about the
So I step downstairs to be like, see the car going ahead to be like. So I step downstairs to be like, ooh yeah. See the car going ahead to be like, ooh yeah.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to vouch. I was all alone, so I ain't have a witness. Right back to the lab. Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention. I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't fatigue. Better have 100 million coming with you. Got good karma, so I'm riding fiscal. Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Oh, they thought that I was just a... Now when I do, they call me Mister. Stop it, big wall will suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. This got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me. Say you gon' ride, is he gon' step by me? Can't do it back, keep racks on me. Name home with, I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you riding, I can do everything that you gon' like. Young, rich and famous, I'm living the life. Pull up in that new thing, I'm swerving and hogging up both lanes. You know I'm in the mood, after I score, I'ma bring it to you. They're a free agent, I give them the boo. I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to. We got no limit, yeah, we on the ride. We all gon' step, we all gon' ride. Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Every time I'ma step with the steppers. Black and white beans looking like pepper. Flawless diamonds, yeah, I'm good under pressure. 400 racks tucked in the dresser. Blowing money fast like Big Meech. Thinking that they winning, big reach. They know I'm the best, I'm elite. I know when they hating is instinct.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin and slide. Say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this language. No one got the brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a pity so listen close when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a fiend go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke, so dangerous. I can make an Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started, please give me a pardon. Cause this the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Time to shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls marching. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best.
It's week 17 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the...
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And here's Wilson to throw right away. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 7 catches, 83 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Short throw caught by Dosich. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense...
And the pressure gets to him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly had taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Austin Eckler. And all the way in for the touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's good to make it 7-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. So for this defense, a tall order had tried to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a 7th and 8. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the sideline he goes, and down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, 52 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question, because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field, and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Mitchell fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. It finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. This defense for the Broncos, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert. That's caught by the rookie Quentin Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that one too high and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
(7-7), our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Run!
It's Eckler again. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Eckler will take it in. Touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, They seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Austin Ekeler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good return for the guy. You know where I'm going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching you do it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
144 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Running on first down, Ekeler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A little short pass. This is Everett. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on third.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Whoa. Go.
Herbert on first down now. This is caught. Touchdown. Josh Palmer, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lumberjacks go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Wilson to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic 1st down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. To throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 160 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Once more, here's Ekeler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
21. Go. 59. Crowd right. Baylor tight. Wide it up.
Herbert now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow Someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
Hey,
Herbert going to change the play here.
Hey, ram. Hey, Kappa. Hey.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Five nine.
Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 166 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Crowd right. Ready.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 75. And the Lumberjacks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Following the penalty, it's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one good for 13 at a Denver first down. Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Tuipulotu with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert going to change the look.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. Hey, go Lion.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, Ray. Hey, easy. We'll go orange.
Back to throw. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pickens going in motion left. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Let's go. Ready.
On fourth down, Herbert. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Go forward.
Up the middle with Eckler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos.
Baylor Tiger. 21.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 14. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Hey, ram. 5-9.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Again, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Williams. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims, 36 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. In motion right is Johnston. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is caught. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from a yard out. And the Lumberjacks extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Wilson throw brought in by Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos first down up near the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Wilson.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And shedding him off. Now open field. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Here's one deep for Pickens. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. George Pickens, 57 yards. And the Lumberjacks up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
17.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount.
Back in my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made.